Hey, Tristan, how you doing today?
I'm good, Tom. How are you doing?
I'm having a really great Memorial Day. I'm not doing anything special at all, actually. Just sitting here talking to a bunch of vets, which I think is probably a very Memorial Day thing to do. So, yeah.
I'd
Um,
agree with that.
yeah, start out a little bit here. This is now my 11th episode for the hashtag of 30 vets in 30 days that my good friend Brian Hill challenged me to go ahead and do. And I took on that challenge like a champ.
Nice.
But then my other good friend called Kevin Bigelow, he came up with the name, the hashtag 30 vets in 30 days. I'm like, fabulous, love it. So I took it and run with it. But a little background about myself is I retired from the Navy as an ITC or Navy chief back in November of 19. I started work with Lockheed Martin in January of 20. Moved from Augusta, Georgia to Denver and only need one person here. And that's how my move to Denver went. So there's a whole bunch of new learning for me. But this video is not about me. It's about you, the veteran transitioning, Mr. Tristan. So who is Tristan?
Well, that's me, Tristan Charlet. I grew up in New Mexico, so enjoyed that. Not really much else to it. Um,
It gets kind of warm over there.
yeah, it's a little toasty. I definitely miss it
Okay.
sometimes, of course. This
Right on.
Pacific Northwest, it's not for me.
Awesome. Awesome. Might be a little more wet outside, huh?
Yeah, definitely a lot more wet. Solid mist.
Wow. Gotcha. So how long you been in the military?
So I joined back in 2017, December of 2017.
Okay.
So graduated boot camp with a blizzard.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. But it made for a cool video. We all came through that big old gate that opens up and just a bunch of snow and all of us in our dress blues. Looked pretty cool.
Sounds cool. Awesome. So either prior to joining the Navy or while you're time in the Navy, do you have any education that you're able to obtain,
Yeah, so
or certifications you're working on or currently have?
yeah, so fresh out of high school, went straight into college, went to the local university from my hometown. I was going for aerospace engineering.
Wow.
Yeah, I've always had a fascination with space and flying things, whatever it is. So thought, you know what, let's go for aerospace engineering. So did that
Ooh.
for a year and then, had scholarships, the whole 9 yards. It was nice, but life got in the way, had things to do, ended up not panning out, lost the scholarship. And my brother was in the Navy. He joined in 2011, I think.
Okay.
Um, but I talked to him. He loved it. He had no problems with it. So I was like, you know what? Let's go talk to a recruiter. Let's see what we can do.
There
Talk
we
to
go.
him, and that the rest is history. Here I am.
There we go. So he made sure the recruiter was honest with you and told you everything you needed to hear, right?
Yeah, of course, of course. Funny thing about that is my recruiter, when I was at MEPS, told me, yeah, here's some of the jobs we have. I originally wanted to be a missile tech.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but didn't have any of those available. He's like, I have CTM. And I was like, what's that? He's like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have any idea. He's like, I can tell you get a top secret clearance though. And I was like, sounds fun to me. Let's roll with that.
Awesome.
Been
Awesome.
in been an adventure ever since.
There we go. There we go. I'm probably a little biased there. I came in the Navy also as a CTM. Actually, I came in the Navy kind of in the undesignated area, and then I was able to become a CTM, going through a school called Jobs, and I was CTM for my first 7.5 years in the Navy, and absolutely loved the job. It was fabulous until I had a reason to cross right over to IT because, well, the Navy just didn't have much love for CTMs at that time. So there I go, IT now. So that's just the way the story went. But so CTM. Wow. What does that even mean to somebody who is not Navy or even someone in the Navy who doesn't know what CTM is? What do they do?
So the whole name is going to be cryptologic technician maintenance. So working on all the cryptologic equipment, making sure it's maintained, as the name says. But I mean, in simple terms, it's a glorified IT.
Okay. Okay. So when you say IT, what type of jobs is that you're talking about?
So it's a lot of more system administration kind of stuff
Okay.
or installs.
Okay. Gotcha. Installs such as like receivers and recorders kind of thing, or installs as in like your Dell servers and racks and routers and switches kind of thing, or what?
More the racks, more of that whole area.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah,
I
fun
know
stuff.
I know personally I actually really enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah,
Enjoyed
I'm definitely more
splice
of a hands-on kind of guy.
splicing cables, putting cables together, making your own connectors, making your own cable, everything. I I really enjoyed it from the ground up kind of maintenance. Kind of
Yeah, that's probably my favorite part of it. The whole hands-on.
awesome.
That's my,
So after Navy, do you want to do a job like that again, or do you want to try to do something else, or what's your idea?
I would love to continue in the hands-on IT cyber security field. It would be that'd be perfect.
Okay, okay. So where are you trying to live? Or no, actually not even that one yet. What type of job title would you be looking for, or what type of job title would you want to apply to that can fit this area you want to get into?
So I guess it would be kind of like a system administration. I feel
Okay,
like I could go back into that. I know it's not more on the hands-on side, but I have no problem going towards that. I think that'd be fun.
actually, it really is very much hands on.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, because say for example, you have to go image a PC. You need to go get a PC to image it because not everything imaged online, right?
Of course.
Yeah, maybe you got to run cables. Maybe you got to put together someone's computer area of their desk. Take PCs out, put them back in. Maybe you have a NetApp server you can go work on.
Okay.
And maybe you have to go down and work on the NetApp server, which is in a rack, usually inside a server room. And then maybe you can console in, or however you want to get into the actual physical server box to do what you need to do. So it could be very hands on.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess when I think system admin, like in the way I was just describing it, is more like what our ITs on our command do, because they're a lot more like just accounts, and they are never
Gotcha.
really working with the hardware, more of the software stuff. So
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So where do you want to live after Navy? If you can live anywhere you want to live, obviously finances involved, whatever. But you get a job, get the ideal job in an ideal location. Where is that location, or are you just open to whatever is out there?
I'd say I'm pretty open. I would like to end up in Texas.
Okay.
It's huge in our field right now. It's getting big. I got some family down in Texas.
Okay.
I'd rather not go anywhere cold, but I'm not opposed to it. I just gotta layer up, you know.
So to Amarillo.
You know, like George Strait, if I gotta be in Amarillo by morning, I'll do it. You know.
You know, that's the first song I think of every time I've driven through there on I-40.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep. Me
It was
too.
always usually the morning time when I left there. So yes.
Yeah, but in all honesty, I'm pretty open. Texas would be ideal, but
So we're in Texas.
I'd like San Antonio. Uh,
Okay.
I'm not opposed to Dallas, Austin.
Okay.
I'd rather not go on the like west side, like El Paso, because it's a little too close to home.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Sometimes it's okay to be away from home because
Yeah, I
if you can't drive home, well, you know you can't make it. But if you really had to, you probably could.
exactly.
At least that's the way I was lived by. Awesome. So So here we go. How did we get to know each other? Or how did we first meet?
So
And
I was
keep kind of PG related.
okay. I'll do my best. So I was figured I should start working on my transitioning. I knew I was getting out. I knew that was the plan. I had a buddy at my command who was also getting out. He was a pretty big mentor for me. His name was Vincent Kozlowski. But he had a LinkedIn. He's like, yeah, dude, get a LinkedIn, start working on that, build your profile, start getting all these connections. He said, you'll be fine. So I did. Had no idea what to do. Put a picture, just going through. And I'd never posted anything, never did anything, just sent connection requests and liked stuff. And then one day, named tomzacher popped up in my messages and said, hey man, see you're a CTM and you're getting out. I used to be a CTM, so I know I can talk to you how I need to talk to you. And I was like, all right. He said, you need to beef up this profile because it is bad. And I was like, all right. Show me the way. What do I got to do? And that's how it all started.
Awesome. I like how you get that PG. I like how PG I was on the messages, but
it was pretty close to that actually. So
awesome. Yeah. But I think now you did a pretty good job with your profile. You got a professional picture, or it's a non-military picture.
Yes.
You got a really awesome banner that Aaron Brunson put together for you. I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, looks great. Good. And you got one too, or you had one. I don't know if you still have it, but it looks good.
I use him as well for my background, for my banner as well, because the guy's a rock star. He's awesome.
Yeah. It came out good. It looks good.
He does some really good stuff. So hey, Aaron, when you're listening, thank you.
Appreciate you.
Awesome. So you're talking about people a little bit. With that one, is there any skillbridge? Are you eligible for skillbridge, or are you trying to do one, or are things just not lining up for you, or how's that going for you?
So I am available for skillbridge, and I've already put in the request with the command, and they've approved it.
So nice.
So now I'm just looking for a company that'll, take the risk, take me on, give me an opportunity.
So you're available when to start skillbridge?
So skillbridge, I could start in 2 weeks technically, but because that would be my 180 days.
You get 180. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. When I did my skillbridge, I think I submitted it, and within like a week later, I needed to get it approved because I was very last minute with mine.
Okay.
But it got approved, and I did it for scheduled for 90 days, but it lasted about 45 days.
Okay.
I talked a little bit about that on another episode, so I'm not going to go into that one too much, but we can talk offline about that one if you like.
Okay.
But that's awesome. So in 2 weeks from now, you can start skillbridge with a company that wants to pick you up.
Mm-hmm. That's the goal.
I hope there's some people here who has skillbridge opportunities or skillbridge abilities to get a hold of you and get you a skillbridge. I really hope that can work out for you, Ken.
Me as well.
That's a really awesome opportunity. I think the military is able to afford to their military. So
yeah, that's definitely a very great program that the military offers.
Awesome. But there earlier we're talking about some resources, and so what type of people, or not what type? So who has helped you out to get to where you are, or what type of organizations or what webinars did you attend to obtain some knowledge like this?
Okay. Yeah. So one of the biggest people that's helped in this LinkedIn, this whole transition was you, Tom. You've been a huge help getting my profile from what it used to be to what it is now, giving me homework to get more connections. Everything my profile is now is because of you. So I can't thank you enough for that.
Wow.
And the amount of connections I've gotten from that as well, it's crazy. So thank you for that. So you've been a huge help. One of the webinars I attended it's going to be Ray and Samantha Domingo's theK.E.Y.
Yep.
So I attended not May's, but June's, or not June, April. I attended April's, and that was good. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it to May's, but I will definitely be there for June's.
Awesome.
The theK.E.Y. event. because the first one I went to, it was great. Meeting all those different recruiters, hearing everyone, that was my first one. I was nervous, I was new, didn't really say much, but all the other people in there, hearing their stories and hearing what they've done and talking to recruiters, like I can't wait for the next one. I'm definitely gonna put my voice out there.
So did you have a chance to go to LinkedIn Mill City as well?
So that one I wasn't able to attend either because I
Okay.
was stuck on watch for work. But whenever that next one is, I'll definitely be there for that too.
I'll make sure I tag you on that one.
Okay. Yes. Tag me in more. I need it.
Awesome. Yeah. So I think those events are, I really enjoy how genuine a lot of people there are. They talk about what's really going on,
Mhm.
how their story went or what they had going on. I think it's easy for a lot of people to relate to what they had going on. I'm like, you know what? I understand that. That's going on with me right now too. I'm not the only one facing this issue or having this problem or having this question going on. So yeah.
Yeah. I liked that how laid back it was because I remember I messaged you like 20 minutes before. I was like, yo, is there a uniform that I need to wear? And you're like, I'm in sweats and a t-shirt. And I was like, perfect. And then I show up and everyone's so relaxed. They don't really care. You're not at work. You're just talking to people. And that was probably one of the best things to me because I was not necessarily scared of like recruiters and everything, but I had a different mindset of them. And then after talking to so many, they're just people at the end of the day.
Facts. So you and I have a common connection, don't
As CTMs, or I guess you'd be a former CTM.
we? How about Tyler?
Okay, yeah. So Tyler has been a huge help as well. I remember right after I talked to you, I told him, and he's like, "You mean Tom? Like tomzacher IT?" And I was like, "Yeah, you know him?" He's like, "Yeah, I was just in Georgia with him." And he had nothing but good things to say about you, how great you were, and so many stories. Sounds like you guys had a great time over there. I wish I was there.
Yes, I had a great time at least, but most of my days I always try to have a good time. I don't like to have come in and not have a good time at a work. I was I probably should have been more serious than I was. I did a lot of joking around, but I really enjoyed life. I try to enjoy life every day and try to joke around and be happy. And I don't want to see someone upset at work. I didn't want to see someone over something so small and so petty, see someone get so upset. If they're going to be upset, it better be something huge, not some little funny stuff.
Yeah.
Because with a lot of the guys, I was able to sit down and talk to them, probably not in the chiefly format, probably in a very personal format. And we had some really good conversations, I think. So yeah, we had a good time. I'm sure Tyler always had a story about anything that I said or did or how I did it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it always ends with a laugh because yeah, I did some funny stuff.
Yeah.
Or some weird dumb stuff, which is probably pretty funny. So
Yeah. In the end, it's all good and fun.
Awesome. So other than your job in the Navy, what else do you enjoy doing? Or is Navy your whole life?
No, it's definitely not my whole life, but it's been good. I I'm very active, I guess. I like
Okay.
sports, whether it's football, soccer, baseball, kickball, hiking. I don't really care. I just like being active. But sports is my go-to. Anything sports, I'm there.
Okay.
Um, but hiking, I love the outdoors. This is one of the things I enjoyed going out, hanging out. Just
So
always
then, so Washington should be good for you then, right?
it's
There's a whole bunch of
perfect.
outdoor stuff.
Yep, it's perfect. Have done plenty of hikes out here. Have plenty more planned before I leave here.
Awesome.
It's been wonderful.
Right on. So you can start skillbridge in 2 weeks, or that is more like mid June of
Yep,
this year, correct?
mid June, correct.
and you transitioned in December of this year.
Correct.
So things must be going really well for you, or is there any struggles or stressors you got going on that you want to discuss or talk about, or think maybe you're the only one who's having these issues?
So I definitely know I'm not the only one. I know people that aren't even anywhere near transitioning. They're stressing out more, but stress hasn't really been in this situation. Not counting the situation. Not really the stressful kind of guy, but it's definitely anxious right now in this phase of, man, I get out in 7 months, 6 months, and I don't have a job lined up. Like, what am I gonna do? I gotta pay rent. I gotta take care of my dogs. Like, there's a lot of things that go into it that I never really thought of before. But I I have faith that it's gonna work out. That everything's gonna work out as planned. Hopefully, get a skill bridge, lead that into a job. I think it's gonna work out.
Okay, right on. So we were talking for a little while, and I've been asking you a lot of questions. Do you have any questions for me?
I do actually. So I wrote some down. So
Oh no.
so before you transitioned out, who was there anyone that helped you out?
So I like that question. I've been asked the question before, and I've been thinking about it more and more ever since I've been asked this question the first time. You know, so I've always taken college classes throughout the Navy, right? But I wasn't the quick college guy. I was a very slow one. It took me about 8 years to get my associates. They call it a 2-year degree, right?
Yeah.
Nope. I made it into an 8-year degree.
Hey, you still got it though. That's all that matters.
True, true. So then came the bachelor's, right? That one took me 10 years to get.
On top of the 8 or with the 8?
No, this is on top.
So 18 years?
Yeah, that sounds really good. Yeah. No, it doesn't sound very good at all. But what I enjoyed about the classes I took was I was able to get to know people in class. A lot of the majority of the classes were online that I took. And I got to know one person. His name's Mike Wagner, but he goes by Wags. This guy, he was awesome. I got to know him a little bit. We're in some computer classes together, and we're joking around a little bit. And it's like, to me, like, seems like find that one or two people in class I can joke around with, and we can like comment back and forth on each other's stuff. Because usually online classes, you have to do whatever, read whatever, answer a question. You have to make 2 posts, or you have to reply back to 2 people, make a post, that type of situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So me and Wags, I'll be like, "Hey Wags, hey man, I just made a comment about this. Hey, can you comment on there?" And then I'll comment back to you. That would be my 2 comments. Yeah, sure, Tom. Hey man, let me go log in. All right, cool. Yeah, I got it. I'm like, hey man. He's like, hey Tom, I just made a post. Hey, can you comment on it? Yep, I will comment on it right here, man. Yeah. All right, cool. So we got to know each other, and this is probably, I think I got to know him when I was stationed at Fort Meade. This is back in when was it? Like 06, 09 when I was stationed at Fort Meade. So I got to know him over there, and I ran our class together. And then my command sent me through a 1-week training. It was over in Dulles area, and I didn't realize this, but his work was like maybe 2 or 3 blocks away from where I was going to class.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, wow, look at this. Hey, man, I'm getting in class over here. Yeah, that's right about my work. Let's meet up for lunch. Let's do it. Yeah. So we met up for lunch. And man, we've been in contact ever since then. We're still in contact today, actually. He's been, he was really influential with me. Other than me and his personality got along really well. He's older than me, but we always had fun. Like, for example, we had a network server class I took with the college I was at, and we had to put a bunch of names in for Active Directory names, right? Because you have so many users, right?
Yep.
So my part of the project was to assign the names in Active Directory. So I chose names such as like Tommy Two Tone, John Bon Jovi, I forget the guy from Def Leppard. I had I had a whole bunch of your rock stars. I had Dr. Dre in there. I had all your rock stars in like public names. Those are all my users in Active Directory. I was like, sweet. Yes. Hopefully I get rise from the teacher. That'd be great. Well, you needed users, right? So the users were great. And then but he wasn't only there for education. This guy's wicked smart. I wish I'd half his knowledge that he had. He's a Cisco router switch. I don't even know all the letters for Cisco certifications, but he had a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
And he's wicked smart, and he's always having fun. And I got to know him back then, and then I went back to Japan. I went to Afghanistan for a year. Went back to Japan for another 6 more years. And he's always like, hey, can you send me something from Japan? I'm like, sure, I can send you something. So I got him like a little teapot set. I sent him some candy, some magazines from Japan kind of thing. And man, he loved that stuff. He still has the stuff at his house right now.
Nice.
But he wasn't only from a like an educational aspect. We talked about finances together. He helped me learn about jobs. He helped me learn about how to read jobs and how to look at job titles. Helped me learn that not all jobs require you to be in an office, especially now.
Yeah.
You can do everything Zoom, Skype, Microsoft Teams, pull up your little RSA token, do your VPN, log into wherever you log into. I mean, you and I today, we're sitting here on Zoom together, right? We never met each other in person.
Nope.
But we talked probably at least 3 or 4 times already, right?
Yep.
So we kind of got to know each other, right? So with him, it's kind of the same way. But I actually got to know him in person. Right after I retired, I went up to go visit him and he invited me to a Pittsburgh Penguin game. That game was awesome. I never been to a hockey game. The first hockey game I go to, it was a double overtime with a shootout.
Nice.
And the Pens won. It was awesome. But
perfect game.
It really was. And the first thing he told us is, hey, Tom, you go to another hockey game? It's probably not going to be this fun. I'm like, oh, man, they're not all like this? Man. But no, Wags, he is awesome. He's been a huge help, and he still is a huge help for me.
Nice.
So I know I talked a little longer about that one, but in the essence of time, is there anything I can do to help you? Or any resource I can provide you, or how can I help you for the next 6 months and longer?
So, like I said earlier, you on LinkedIn has been a huge help for me. I think just continuing that, tagging me in random stuff, whatever. If you think it's going to help me, think it'll help someone in my connections as well. Like whatever you can means a lot, and it goes a long way.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you having time today on Memorial Day. This is my second episode I did today, and just really enjoying this. Love talking to vets. Being a mentor on Veterati is also awesome as well. But yeah, in essence of time, because I don't think anybody wants to sit here and listen to a 45-minute video of just you and I going back and forth talking. We'll go ahead and end it. You have a good day. Thanks so much for having time available to be a part of my 30 Vets in 30 Days hashtag and get up on YouTube.
Perfect. No, thank you for allowing me to do this, and for everyone else that you're going to do it for. I know it's been a big help to me. I'm sure it's a huge help to them too.
Awesome. Really appreciate it. All right, Tristan, you take care.
All right, Tom, you too.
All right, sir.